11. Jason, over to you.
All right, Megan, breaking news this morning in Baltimore County. 2 people recovering after a double shooting overnight there. About 2 a.m., officers responded to reports of gunshots on Valley Arbor Court. That's in Essex. Police say the victims were taken to different hospitals. No word on their condition so far this morning. Also in Baltimore County this morning, crews dealing with a partial roof collapse at a middle school. That collapse happened just before 10 o'clock last night at Parkville Middle School. Firefighters say initial reports show an uneven snowdrift may have caused that roof to fold. Fire officials say there is possible damage to the school sprinkler system, but no injuries. This morning, firefighters and engineers are reevaluating the building and determining what repairs need to be performed. No word yet from school officials on how this will affect students once the school system reopens. And firefighters in Baltimore City investigating the cause of a fire in southeast Baltimore last night. Happened about 9 p.m. along Mount Pleasant Avenue, a side street that wasn't fully cleared of snow. And that made it even harder for firefighters to put the fire out. At least one house engulfed in flames, but no one was hurt there. Firefighters believe 5 families may be displaced. And this morning, a family is mourning the loss of a young child who died while sledding in Carroll County. Police say the child was killed between 10 and 11 o'clock Monday morning in Sykesville. Investigators say the child was roughly 6 years old, but did not release how the child died. Police could release more information about that death a little later this morning.
The time is now 5:04. Right now, the Department of Public Works crews say they're working on a water main break in North Baltimore, as crews also work to clear what's left of the record snowfall left over from this weekend. 11 News reporter Omar Jimenez is live with the progress of both efforts in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Good morning, Omar.
Good morning, Mindy. Well, we just learned actually a few seconds ago that DPW crews actually just fixed the water main break here along 41st Street. But of course, the concern whenever something like this happens are the icy conditions, especially in a temperature like this. Now, the Department of Public Works wasn't initially sure what caused the water main break, but the crew member I spoke to says they believe that it was caused by cold, and they initially didn't think they would have it fixed until at least the end of the day today. Obviously, they were ahead of schedule. Crews have responded to several breaks throughout the city and Baltimore County over the past couple of days. Also in Baltimore County, DPW officials say out of the 8,600 streets they're responsible for, only about 1,000 of them have been plowed, so it's going to take some time. Officials are asking residents to use patience or keep that patience in mind when calling about unplowed streets.
Our call takers have been working around the clock. We're having trouble keeping up with those calls right now.
It just takes so much time because we're not used to getting 30 inches all at one time, you know, and that makes it tough.
Now officials say to call 911 only if it's a true medical emergency, and they'll do what's necessary to get to you. And of course, across the area, plow drivers are still hard at work putting in 12-hour shifts to get these streets plowed. Reporting live from North Baltimore this morning, Omar Jimenez, WBAL TV 11 News.
Thank you very much, Omar. Well, this morning, MTA is expanding transit service after this weekend's winter storm. Commuter bus, local bus, light rail, MARC train, metro, subway, and mobility services will operate with expanded service starting at 8 o'clock this morning. But officials expect limited light rail service between Hunt Valley and North Avenue. Extended mass transit service will end at 10 p.m. The hope is to restore normal service by the end of the week. The time is now 5:06, 19 degrees at the airport.
And a New York police officer on trial for murder, the main argument for his defense.
Plus, the owners of El Faro pay the families of 10 crew members killed when that ship sank, how much the company could spend in the settlement, as we cover the nation.
Check out the 2016 Chevy Silverado.
Pretty incredible.
It offers built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi and creates its own hotspot with a connection that's stronger than your smartphone.
Wow, awesome.
Pretty much a compact office.
Thing's got more plugs in my house.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
We are a county of uncommon beauty and unmatched vibrancy. Through proud generations, we always take care of each other. That's why we're bringing University of Maryland Medical Center
Our best. WBAL TV 11 News, informing you with breaking news first.
We have breaking news tonight.
I-Team investigations that go after the truth.
Caught on camera.
And preparing you for the next big storm.
A storm on the coast.
Thank you, Baltimore, for putting your trust in 11 News, making us the most watched newscast all year long. Morning, evening, night. WBAL TV 11 News. Live, local, late breaking. Of a threatening storm. the first wind on the beach, the first frost in the mountains. Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer and the 11 InstaWeather team, your first line of defense, accurate and experienced in predicting a variety of changing weather from the eastern shore to the western mountains and across the bay.
No matter what the season throws at you, we'll warn you first.
Tom Tasselmeyer and the 11 InstaWeather team on WBAL TV 11 News, live, local, late breaking.
5:09 covering the nation this morning. The trial is now set to continue today for a New York City police officer charged in the death of an unarmed man back in 2014. Officer Peter Liang is accused of recklessly firing his gun into a dark stairwell and killing a man. Prosecutors say neither Officer Liang or his partner stopped to assist Akai Gurley, but Liang talked about how, quote, he could get fired. The defense says that Liang accidentally discharged his weapon and didn't know that he hit anyone. Prosecutors are expected to call Liang's partner as their key witness. Liang also is expected to testify in his own defense.
This afternoon, there will be an emergency city council meeting for Atlantic City officials to discuss filing for bankruptcy. Atlantic City's mayor says with no help from the state of New Jersey, they must consider all options. He also says Governor and Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie vetoed a bill that would have provided financial assistance to the city.
Well, the owners of the sunken cargo ship El Faro have reached a settlement with 10 of the crew members' families. Court documents say Tote Maritime will pay each of the 10 families $500,000 to settle pending lawsuits. El Faro sank in October of last year after getting caught in a Category 4 hurricane near the Bahamas. All 33 crew members on board died. Attorneys for the 5 of the families filed a claim in November saying El Faro was overdue for repairs. The company says it did everything in its power to ensure the safety of its crew. Legal claims for the remaining 23 families of lost crew members are still pending.
And I want to feature a photo by one of our local photographers, Jim Schuler. He takes some great photos around the area, and he was out walking just to see where is all the snow. And here's a look at Federal Hill. Still yesterday, you can hardly see the cars out there. A few people in the back did clear their car off, but they still have nowhere to go. So it's interesting to wonder how any rain later today will affect these big snow piles. Now, the areas with a thin layer of snow will probably see the rain help to melt that apart. But the big piles, they're just going to get heavier as we add more moisture. So at least the temperatures will be getting above freezing, but could be a little slippery once that rain falls on some of these snowbanks. 40 degrees by the afternoon. We are starting out below freezing, so right now there are some icy patches across the region. We'll stay above freezing through 9 p.m. with more rain showers possible. Late tonight, a few areas could dip below freezing, which could mean a few icy patches early on Wednesday morning. The next couple of days do look dry, and by the weekend, a near miss with a storm off the coast. All of details in the 7-day. Now let's check the morning commute with Megan Pringle.
All right, thank you so much, Ava. If your travels take you today anywhere with the MTA, that includes light rail, bus service, they do want you to know it should be operating as normal 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. today. All right, let's take a look at traffic in our area. I-95 southbound at 695, a little slow there. We're told there is some congestion causing some tie-ups around 40 miles per hour. Other areas, 695 south side of the outer loop at Frederick Road, also a little slow there. We're told it's under 50 miles per hour in that area. And just a reminder, there is snow removal city and statewide, and this is what it's doing. It's causing some delays. You're looking at a live picture of 695 and Maryland Route 144. You can see a lot of brake lights heading in that area right now. That's the situation on the roads. Jason and Mindy, back to you.
Big thanks. 5:12 right now, 19 degrees at the airport.
Ahead, Takata facing another wave of trouble with regulators. Will explain. Plus, now that the storm is over, Baltimore County wants you to hit the town over the next week when you can take advantage of extended deals.
Entertainment and intuitive four-wheel drive. The road less traveled is closer than you think. Shop ChooseNissan.com and your local Nissan store for exciting offers.
Winter weather threatens. Your safety is important.
WBAL's weather forecast is very important during the winter. I need to know, how are the roads out there? Are there any school closures?
That's why we forecast days in advance to spot the earliest signs of trouble.
As a teacher, it's really helpful to know, are we going to be in school the next day? Or we can always watch WBAL and we can always get that information that we need to know to stay safe.
Warning you first when storms are coming. The WBAL TV 11 Insta Weather Team. Live, local, late breaking.